So, last episode was a little bit of a mess. I probably shouldn't record at like past 10 PM anymore, because it just didn't go down very well, now did it? But welcome back everybody to the Let's Play Pokemon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. We're picking up where we left off last time in the middle of this forest, which I don't know. It's Pinwheel Forest. And we're starting off against a Pokemon that I can't pronounce, but it's a wannabe Squirtle. Generation 5 is not the generation where I really stopped paying attention that much. It's mostly Generation 6 and 7 and probably upcoming 8, because I still don't have a Switch and I'm not getting a Switch for Sun and Moon. Because frankly, I don't have money. And the Switch Lite seems interesting to me, but I have a little bit of a thing. Right, because if I buy a Switch Lite, I won't be able to record using it or live stream using it or whatever. So I want a normal Switch, which is more expensive, but because I want a normal Switch, I won't buy one. But when I buy a Switch Lite, I'll feel like I am wasting money as well, because I can't use it to make a Let's Play of any kind of Switch game, not just Pokemon, but I want to play Let's Go, I really do. I want to play Sword and Shield, but I also want to be able to record it. I want to be able to go online, play Mario Kart with people and being able to record it. That would be amazing. But I just don't have a lot of money, so probably not going to be playing a lot of Sword and Shield. I'll probably be watching a Let's Play or two, depending on who starts uploading them and if they're entertaining to me. But I'm interested. I just haven't really been keeping up that much with Pokemon Generation 6 and 7. I've played them, I've played X and Y, I've played of course Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I've played them multiple times. Maybe Fury Cutter here? Yeah, that does a lot of damage. And I've played Pokemon Sun. Oh, the Sable really kind of fucks with Fury Cutter, doesn't it? I've played Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon, or the other way around. I've played Sun version of one and the Moon version of the other. And I've only played both of those once, and it's not because they're bad games, because they're not. They're pretty good games, but as a result of that, I don't know Generation 6 and especially Generation 7 all that well. For instance, I didn't go out and capture every single Ultra Beast, so I don't know those. And the Tapus, the 4 Guardian legendaries, didn't go out and catch those either, so I don't know much about them either. And that's this forest done, I believe. And Generation 5 I've played more of. I think I've played Generation 5 more on this channel than I have played Generation 7 in general. I think. So, granted, most of those playthroughs were randomized, so maybe that doesn't quite count. The thing is, I just don't know those generations so well. But still in Generation 5, there's a fair amount of Pokemon which I just don't remember as much. And they just don't do as much, and I'm not a Generation 5 hater. As a matter of fact, looking back at it, like, when did Black and White get released? It's like, let's look this up. Let's look this up, because I think it's almost like 10 years at this point, right? Let's do this live. Pokemon Black and White release date.
18 September 2010.
So, that was apparently, voice was on, that was Dutch. That's September 18th, 2010. So, that is coming up on 10 years. I mean, next year it'll be 10 years ago that these games were released, and that makes me feel so weird. Holy crap. Just let that sink in for a moment. 10 years since these games were released. These were some of the last games, I think, on Nintendo DS in general, before the 3DS took over. Because these games were released after the 3DS, I'm pretty sure, right? I think. It's been a hot minute. It really has been. Do I need to battle anybody before? I don't think I do. Before getting into the city. Anyway, so what was I even talking about? Well, it's been 10 years since these games were released almost. It's been closer to 9, but if you're watching this even a year in the future, if you're watching this in 2020, it's almost 10 years since these games were released. And yet I still... I remember what I was talking about. Yeah. I love this. I really do. I know it doesn't look as good as my imagination told me it looked back 10 years ago. But looking back at these games, they got quite a lot of hate when they were originally released, and in the first couple of years after it as well. But now, it's been 10 years, and I think we've all mellowed down a little bit about these games being the worst Pokemon games, because they're really not. As a matter of fact, I think Black and White might be kinda close to the top of the list for me. That'll be the common question of the day. I forgot entirely about the common question of the day for the last like 3 episodes, because it had been a while since I... Please don't give me a tutorial. Since I recorded, because I've been busy and stuff. So the common question of the day, what is your opinion on Generation 5 all these years later? Because when I first played it, I liked it because it had a little bit more of a story going on for it, right? Also, I think we can capture like 1 or 2 Pokemon today. Like one in the sewers here, I believe, and I'll walk to the north. We might already be able to go there. I haven't been to this area like in forever. But yeah, at first I liked it because it had a better story, and then people started pointing out less good things, mainly about Pokemon designs. And of course, Garbodor is one of the ones that... That comes up a lot, and the ice cream Pokemon and whatever. Oh, I need some water. 1 second. I had some potato chips before starting this episode, and like there's one little like particle stuck in my throat, and it's horrible. And I could see that, and there's a couple of issues, and there's definitely, this is not a perfect Pokemon game, but looking back at it as an entire packaging thing. Okay, encounter for this route. Let's focus for a moment. It's Solrock. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Let's try to use Fury Cut. Oh no, you're a Psychic type, aren't you? For some reason I assumed you were... Oh, you live that. Okay. Point being, I really like Black and White. Now that I've had some years to just let everything sink in and played this game through multiple times, I enjoyed this game. And it's probably near the top of the list. And after replaying Generation 3, I mean, I'm afraid to play Emerald at this point, because Emerald was my first Pokemon game, and I really, really liked it. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And it's always been near the top of my favorite Pokemon games list. But having played Fire Red, which is also a Generation 3 game, maybe it was the randomizer which just wasn't kind to the Pokemon I got, and maybe the balancing of those games is better when you're using a Pokemon that you're supposed to be using. That is entirely possible. But I just downright... I mean, it's not like I didn't have a good time, but I had a good time with that series because I was recording it. If I were just playing it through normally, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. Because, frankly, I don't think Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are very good Pokemon games. They're in that awkward in-between, right? And I don't... It's better than the original Generation 1. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely better than Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green. Everything is better than that. And I think now that Let's Go is a thing, there's no reason to play Fire Red Leaf Green anymore. I know it's a different game and it's officially a spin-off version of Kanto and not a full-on remake. Especially now that Sword and Shield are definitely more so main series games. So Solrock, we're going to call you, I'm going to use shift. I'm going to call you Ra, because Ra is the sun god, the Egyptian sun god. I was going to call you whatever the like Greek equivalent is, but I just can't remember it for the life of me. I don't know if there even is one. There's gotta be one, right? There's got to be a Greek sun god. Let's look this up. I could just, instead of doing Let's Plays, I could just do a show where I Google random questions. That's pretty much what this is turned into. Not Greek white wine. Greek sun god, thank you. It's Helios. Which is also the name of a lens manufacturer for camera lenses, I think. Maybe it's with a double L, because this Helios was with just one L. Huh. Learn something new every day. Anyway, Solrock, it's called Ra, and it's going to fit real nicely in one of those Pokeball spots. Which is nice, I suppose. I've actually gone through, especially with the last couple of episodes, there's been a lot of changes to the overlay, obviously, because things were caught and things died. I don't think I like the circular places. Also, this is going to annoy a lot of you. And no, I'm not going to fix it, because I just think it's funny, really. The middle two Pokeballs are offset slightly farther to the right than they're supposed to be. They're not exactly spaced out equal distances. I figured out when trying to like move around some Pokemon. I was sure they were equal distance, and from just looking at it, they kind of look equal distance to me. Even now that I'm looking at the preview, they look equal distance. They're not. They're just not. But I don't like the visual of the Pokemon artwork within them as much as I did in boxes. Usually when I do an overlay for a series, I usually make them in boxes. And this time I figured, let's do Pokeballs. Let's just do them in ball form. Also, I'm not going to go into that gym. I'm not insane. But I think that might be everything we can do. So maybe I'll do some mid-episode grinding. But now I'm obviously doing them in Pokeballs, and I'm not going to change things mid-series, so yeah, just we'll have to deal with it. But I think next series will be in boxes again, because I just prefer the way it looks. There is a way down into the sewer somewhere here, isn't it? I'm pretty sure there is, and maybe you only get that after the gym. I don't want to go into the gym. Please don't make me go into the gym. I'm not like... I don't know what that was in my voice. I don't want to go into the gym. Please don't make me. I don't know what levels I can expect, but Solrock and Anorith are not ready for a gym battle. Like, at all. But I think it might be the only thing I can do. Am I going in? I'm going crazy. There's a sewer somewhere around here, isn't there? But what? What? I'm confused. I'm utterly confused. But I think I have to go into the gym next. I can't catch anything before doing that. Am I just making up this sewer? Is the sewer there in Pokemon Black and White too? Because I get that confused all the damn time. Because a lot of things in the map are different in that game, right? Compared to this one. I mean, other than the fact that there's towns that doesn't exist in this version. I think some of the maps that do exist in this version are different. And I think the sewers might be something that were added. Or you might enter them through a different building somewhere. But I think they're just not here in this version of the game. I think that's a Pokemon Black and White 2 thing. Yeah. Or maybe I walked past them like 2 or 3 times already and you guys watching this are very, very annoyed with me. Yeah, so we're halfway through the episode so far. And I'm not gonna go into the gym. Actually, let me look up the levels for this gym, because surely they can't be that much higher than the previous gym. Because it's literally back-to-back. Black and white gym leaders. Gym leaders and Elite Four. Let's see. We're looking this up live. Berg has a level 23 Levani. Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. What level am I? Level 26. With level 15, level 17. Yeah, no, I'm doing this. I'm leading this with Ra. Also, what is she is holding? An Oran Berry. I'm going to give everybody Oran Berries just because. I have some. I don't know how I got them. But they're gonna be useful, so let me... Should I teach somebody to retaliate? Because it's a powerful move. It's better than Rock Smash. No, because Rock Smash can hit super effectively and become 80 base power. And I'm not gonna just gamble on the fact that something is gonna die in this gym. I think if I leave it Ra, I can get a couple of levels on Ra. Oh, does this mean I don't have to go into the gym? Does the event happen before the gym? Because there's an event with Team Plasma in here. I think we don't have to go into the gym. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. So we don't have to go into the gym. I am so thankful. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Don't have to go into the gym. That's a good thing. It's a really good thing. I just don't know where I am supposed to go. I think in this direction, possibly. I really don't know. I never know where to go. I feel like it's in one of these buildings I have to be. And if it's this exact building, I will be amazed. It's probably not this exact building, is it? Is it? No, because this is the Ghost Girl building, isn't it? Only in the post game. No, this is the... Is it? I really don't know. It looks a lot like the Ghost Girl building in Kalos. Actually. So maybe I'm confused with that. Or maybe it's referential and on purpose that they look the same. I really don't know. Again, I haven't played this game that much, especially recently. And maybe I should have read where to go. But I didn't. So we're just going to be walking around the city for a little while and hopefully eventually run into the place we have to be at. Hopefully that'll be an interesting episode. Remember how I said last episode was a mess? This episode is an even bigger mess so far. We have no sense of direction whatsoever. And we're just walking around hoping for the plot to find us. That's pretty much what's happening here. We're hoping for the game to run into us, rather than us actually knowing what to do. I could have sworn I had to be in this part of the city. But Cherenenburg, however you pronounce that. Also, no, I did not just suffocate. That was just me trying to pronounce Berg in a funny way, and it just didn't really work. I already checked this one out, right? No. But this is definitely not where I'm supposed to be, because this just doesn't... The visuals of that street just don't do it for me. They just don't scream, yeah, this is where you're supposed to be. So, gonna be honest, we're running out of maps very soon around the city and places to just try to run into. So this has to be it, pretty much. No, it's not. Gonna be honest, I'm kind of at a loss. Don't know where to go. Alrighty. Do I have to go up north? It would be very stupid if he ran to the south and I have to go up north. I'm gonna check, because I wouldn't put it past this game to do something like that. But it would be supremely stupid. Almost as stupid as I am for thinking it's a possibility. As a matter of fact, it would be even more stupid, because thinking it's a possibility, yeah, definitely that's not a thing that we have to do. Thinking it's a possibility is one thing. Actually designing the flow of a game to work like that, that's an entirely different thing. And a bad thing at that. So do I just go into the gym anyway? Do I go... Where do I go? Maybe I should just ask where do I go, rather than guessing where to go. So let's try going into the gym anyway, see what happens. I remember this gym being different. I remember that being a different gym. I remember it being a lot like the Steel-type gym in Sinnoh. Is that the Pokemon Black and White 2 version of the gym? Might be. So I think I'm just gonna look up where to go, because I'm legitimately very lost. Is this it? People who work in this building have Pokemon battles, no opinion battles, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is not it either, I don't think. Is it? No, this is just a random building. Well, let's keep looking around. So I looked it up. So Google is a good friend of mine and always knows the answers to my question. And it tells me to go to the Prime Pier. And yet I have not been able to find, because I'm assuming it's one of these 4 things to the south, right? Because up here is usually like at the water side. So have I literally just missed one of them. I literally just walked past one of them. Multiple times. Don't tell me that the sewer is also here. If this is also where the sewer is, I'm going to be very, very upset with myself. I don't think it is, but it would be kind of hilarious. Because I would also be able to catch another Pokemon, which would be nice. At least I'll be able to level up my Pokemon between episodes before going into the gym. And I can't be too mad, because I'm pretty sure our Burg actually tells you to meet him at the Prime Pier. And then just skip through the dialogue. So I think, yeah, going back into this direction, then the building which I remembered fighting the Plasma Grunts at. You actually fight the Plasma Grunts. Just 1 or 2 of them. And then you can go into the gym, which we won't be doing in this episode, because, again, I'm kind of scared. We found where we had to go, though, which is the most important thing. So let's just do this. Ra is up front, and they're teaming up on him, so I only have to take out one. Is what I'm putting up. Like, picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so Yanma shouldn't be that big of a deal, as long as I have any kind of rock type move, which I bet so. You know, Rock Throw isn't that bad of a move. Fire Spin, on the other hand, it's that bad of a move. It's just not very good. Confusion, it's decent, but I would very much prefer... Oh, that's so good. I was gonna say I would very much prefer... Will you ever let me finish and not just make me very happy every single time you like do anything? Because Monferno is also a good matchup. Monferno is already fighting type, isn't he? Yeah, very much is. So if I could get Psychic and Rock Slide, that would be great, I was gonna say, but then that Rock Throw just took out the Yanma. Then again, it's quad effective and it's a Yanma. So maybe that's saying more about Yanma than it is about Rock Throw. But it made me very happy that I could take out the Monferno without too much issue. So Ra is going to be a very, very important member of our team. And I really like the fact that we're actually getting a little bit of diversity. We have a lot of type like overlapping, right? Because we have a bug steel and a bug rock. And then we have a... I think... I never can get Soul Rock's typing right. It's Rock Psychic, right? Rock Psychic. Yeah, it's Rock Psychic. And a bug rock. So pretty much Anorith is just the bridge between Sizzle and Soul Rock. Which is totally fine by me, to be honest. So I don't think we have to battle in here. But I think this is going to be a short episode, because after whatever happens in here happens, we have to go into the gym, and once again, I would prefer not to. I would very much prefer not to. Please don't make me. I mean, please just... You can make me better, because we've got time in this episode. This episode hasn't been very long so far. I don't mind a little bit of a shorter episode either. You can make me battle, just don't make me go into the gym. Which you can't. You literally cannot, because I'll just stop recording and turn off the game. I can do that. I'm in power here. I am the one in charge, not you. I'm playing the game is not playing me. It's very important to remember this. Don't panic. Okay, so we don't even have to fight anybody, and I see an item there, which hopefully is going to be something good. Something left behind by Team Plasma. That's a bit good. It's Plasma, right? Yeah. Have I been saying Galactic this entire episode? I might have been saying Galactic this entire episode. We got a berry. I mean, I won't say that I don't care about berries, because literally every party member I have is holding a berry. It's a smoke ball. Wouldn't that have been useful on Sunkern just a little while ago? I could have had a useless weak Pokemon on my team, which might have been able to survive until it evolved, if it wasn't for a Virizion. That was rough. So there's nothing I can do now, other than just leveling my Pokemon up to level 20, which is where I'm going to be. Going to be at level 20, because Scizor is significantly over-leveled for the upcoming gym. I think our coverage is good enough to the fact where I don't have to the point, to the fact? What's wrong with my English today? And yesterday, for that matter. It's just these messy episodes, they mess with me. Scizor is level 26, which is high enough as it is, and it's a good Pokemon. So the other two at level 20... Yeah, 20. I was going to say 22 for some reason. Level 20 should be good enough. They have some room for growth. Maybe they'll be level 21. I'll be switch training between the two of them as much as possible. So maybe one of them will end up being like level 21 or level 22, depending on how strong the other one ends up being and how much help it needs in switch training, all that kind of good stuff. But until the next time, or when we actually go on to take on that gym, do not forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Also, like, Discord link and all my other social medias I've removed from the descriptions, because I don't use my Facebook page. I don't use Twitter. I don't really use Instagram, so if you want to, like, hang out and talk to me and see what I'm up to, join the Discord. I'm trying to be more active on Discord. Bye.